Hi, this is Yolanda Van Veen, and in this segment I'm going to talk about how to care for Cranesbill or hardy geranium. Now, a hardy geranium or Cranesbill is a really easy plant to grow. It grows really well in hanging baskets, or you can put it right into the ground. And just like any other geranium, it loves either full sun or a little bit of shade. But you don't want to do deep, deep shade, and you don't want to keep it too wet or too dry. So the trick is to water it well, but let it dry out in between. Now, they'll grow really well and really full, and just like other geraniums, you want to just deadhead them and cut out some of the spent growth here and there, and that will only encourage more growth. And still, once or twice a month, I like to go through and just cut out some of the yellow leaves too, and then that way it'll grow lush again. And my rule of thumb is try not to cut out more than 1/3 at a time so that it can fill in. But saying that, even in the summer, if it looks really ratty, even if you chop it almost all the way down, it'll fill in lush. Now, Cranesbill is hardier than most other geraniums. In fact, it'll go down to zone 4 outside. So you can even leave it in a container, but keep the container on the dry side, because even if they do get soaking wet, they might rot out before they freeze out. So keep the containers on the dry side in the winter. And the same with the garden. Make sure that you keep them in an area that has good drainage, because they still can rot out. But as long as you follow those few rules, make sure they have enough sun, a little bit of shade's okay, let them dry out in between watering, and give them lots of room to grow, because they'd make a nice big bush, you'll have a beautiful Cranesbill in your garden.